Hi, I'm Hannah Bernard. You're watching Market 1 Minute, and I'm here today with Bob Rye of VANC Pharmaceuticals. So Bob, you've been a director of the company since June 2015, but you took over as CEO just 6 months ago. What are some key developments that you've seen from the company since you were CEO?
So we're positioning VANC Pharm to become a health solutions provider. We do manufacture generic pharmaceutical drugs. We have premium over-the-counter products available as well. Mm-hmm. But the point of care technologies is really what is adding value and the value proposition that pharmacies and pharmacists are looking for them to support us on our products. So since I've come on board, we've been looking at the bottom line, improving operations, increasing efficiencies. We've created a national sales force, which we didn't have before. And we've also got our products listed with the largest wholesaler in Canada. And so we now have access to selling our products to pharmacy, which prior we did not. We've also accomplished listings with a local wholesaler in British Columbia. And so we've got these 3 verticals now to really take VANC to the next level.
So you mentioned transitioning VANC to being a health solutions provider. Tell me more about that.
So we are positioned to become a health solutions provider, and we want to be able to better participate in all segments of the healthcare industry here in Canada. We want to not just sell drugs, but we want to promote good health and good health for all Canadians. And to do that, we are now positioning ourselves with 3 verticals. So we have our affordable generic prescription drugs, affordable and quality generic prescription drugs. We have our premium made in Canada over-the-counter products. And now we're adding these point-of-care technologies as a value-add proposition to VANC to empower the patients with their own health information at their fingertips.
So I want to know more about these 3 verticals that you mentioned. So let's start with the OTC products.
Right. So we've got a line of premium made in Canada over-the-counter products. Our flagship product is a product called Hema-Fer. This is a heme iron, so it's a naturally absorbed iron product. It's made here in Canada. It's the most potent available on the market. It's a 12 milligram tablet, and one of the key benefits to it is it's a small size tablet. And so that improves in compliance with patients having to take the product. And as well, we are free of hydrogenated vegetable oils. So these are some of the advantages of our Hema-Fer. We were second to market in Canada. We launched this in spring of 2016, and our sales force is doing very well with this. We also have a product called CortiVera, and CortiVera is a hydrocortisone cream and ointment. But what we've done is we've mixed aloe vera into that compound. And so aloe vera provides a soothing sensation. So these creams and ointments are good for sunburns, insect bites, and minor rashes. And the great thing about aloe vera is that aloe vera has been around forever, from the ancient Chinese to the Egyptians. It's an ingredient that's been well used over centuries and centuries. And so we thought that by combining that into our hydrocortisone, that would be a market advantage for us to bring out. We also have SennAce, which is a vegetarian natural source laxative. And this product is it's available in a larger quantity, which is useful for folks, for example, who are in assisted living homes and nursing homes. Once you hit the age of 70, a significant population of Canada would be on this product. We also have a product called CortiVera H. And CortiVera H is just hydrocortisone cream. And this hydrocortisone cream is used in pharmacies, for example, in compounding. And there's only a couple of other competitive products to this product in Canada. So we're hoping to make great traction with that.
And you mentioned the next vertical, which is the generic products. So tell me more about those.
Right. So our generic product portfolio, since I've come on board, we've been working to manufacture products that are profitable and higher margins. And that's really been the strategic shift in this company with our portfolio of products.
And the final vertical that you mentioned was the point of care technology. So tell me more about those.
So the first point of care technology I want to talk about is our HIV Rapid Test. This is a test that you can, in 60 seconds, with a simple finger prick, get your result for HIV. So it's the world's fastest and the world's most accurate. And we're positioning this to work with pharmacies to bring this service that they will then be able to offer their patients. and we're employing a user pay point of care model. Similar to, you can go to a pharmacy and pick up a pregnancy test off the shelf. Now, in this case, the pharmacist will be conducting the test, but it's all about that accessibility in the pharmacy. It's private, it's confidential. The patients can have comfort with that when they come into the pharmacies, and in 60 seconds, get the result. Now, once that result comes back, if it is an initial, what we call non-negative reaction, meaning it could be a preliminary positive test. So remember, in pharmacy, this is used as a screening tool. So if the result comes back non-negative, then the pharmacist is empowered to work with their physicians to carry on the next steps and necessary steps to counsel the patient, to have them visit the doctor, to get them into the system so as to best deal with the situation at that time.
And the next one?
And the second technology we have, it's called Health Tab. So Health Tab is another finger prick technology, but in this test, what we're using is a lab analyzer. This analyzer was actually developed for NASA back in the day, and it's been brought to Canada with a software interface. So Health Tab is actually the IP and the software that integrates into this hardware piece. And the magic to this is, with a simple finger prick, and in 12 minutes, you can get up to 21 different lab-accurate biomarker results right there and then. And those results are available on your phone immediately after the 12-minute process. So we can test for, cholesterol. There's, your LDLs, your HDLs, triglycerides. We can test for liver enzymes, your blood sugar or blood glucose. Kidney function are some of the markers we can test for, as well as electrolytes. And again, just like the HIV test, and the Health Tab, these point-of-care technologies, it's really all about empowering the patients with their own healthcare, having the information accessible at their fingertips. And we believe pharmacies and pharmacists are perfectly positioned to be the future of point-of-care in Canada, where a patient can walk in to any pharmacy within, whether it's 60 seconds from the HIV test or 12 minutes with the Health Tab, have their information right away. And so it's all about empowering the patient with their own health. And at the same time, for the pharmacists, we're providing them new clinical services, we're expanding their scope of practice, and we're also allowing them to create new revenue streams for themselves in the pharmacy.
So Bob, tell us about the recent additions to your board of directors.
Right, so we've been strengthening our board of directors at VANC Pharm, and we've got 3 individuals that I think are leaders, not just in healthcare, but in pharmacy. They're thought leaders, and we're strengthening our team to build that vision that we have for VANC, to become that health solutions provider. Our chairman of the board is David Hall, he's chairman of Replicell Sciences. He's the former chair of Life Sciences British Columbia, and he is an individual who has always thought that pharmacists have been underutilized in our healthcare system. And so he's a real thought leader in how do we better utilize pharmacists in our healthcare system. As you know, the healthcare budgets are bursting out of control, and pharmacists are really well positioned to be used in a more efficient way to potentially even drive down our healthcare costs. And so he's a real visionary when it comes to what pharmacists can be doing in Canada. Alan Ornstein, he comes from with experience in the pharma industry. He previously worked for the Cates Group, and he helped to grow Medicine Shop pharmacy franchise locations across Canada. It's now, I think there's over 220 locations across Canada. He also was instrumental in building the Rexall network with over 450 locations. So again, this is all about pharma industry, and as in other industries, and especially in pharmacy, it's all about relationships and the contacts and the people that you know. So he's a strong addition to our board. And more recently, we brought aboard a member of the board from the Ontario marketplace, which is the largest marketplace in Canada. And his name is Sharif. He is part of a network of 90 pharmacies in the Ontario market. He has served on the Ontario College of Pharmacists. He serves on the Ontario Pharmacy Association, and just recently was awarded with a Vision for Pharmacy Award, which is great. And we think he's going to bring some valuable experience, valuable relationships, and give VANC a real presence in the Ontario marketplace.
Well, it sounds like some great additions to the board there, Bob. But tell me, why should investors watching this support VANC? Well,
I'm here to help build value for the shareholder of VANC. And everything that we've been doing since I came on board in February is to try to build that shareholder value. So we feel that we're well positioned in pharmacy with the team that we're building, with the health solutions provider strategic shift, and our 3 verticals to accomplish that. I've also invested in the company along with David Hall, who's the chairman of our board. So we're vested. We've put our money where our mouth is. We believe in this company. We believe in the pharma industry. And we also see where pharmacy is evolving into. So that vision that we're putting into VANC is where we see pharmacy shifting into. And this is just the perfect timing to do this. And so we're excited about that. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like an amazing investment opportunity with VANC Pharmaceuticals. Thank you so much for being with us, Bob.
All right, thanks.